Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and I want to talk to you today about the process we all go through when we lose someone. From the Ayurvedic perspective, to the extent that we love them and they loved us, is to the extent that through the loss we have access to a deeper part of ourselves, so we can know ourselves better and actually know them better. You know, many times in life, as we go through life, we create protective patterns of behavior. Maybe we're talking about a loved one, a mother, a father, a parent, and we have never been able to connect with them on a deep level because so many of us create these protective emotional patterns of behavior that don't let us connect deeply on a heart-to-heart, true love basis when we're here. But when they pass, all that's gone. They've stripped away all the mental protective patterns, and now they're just the sun shining bright, shining light on us, hoping, throwing a hook into our hearts and tugging on us so we feel deeper aspects of ourselves, so we can go through the pain and experience a deeper part of ourselves and know who we are at a deeper level, and then have a relationship with them that's based on true love, based on a heart-to-heart level of communication. You know, we think in our Western culture that when they're gone, and we can't talk to them. Well, you know, in many cultures in Africa, for example, they have communication that's nonverbal for their entire life. They go on telepathic walks where they speak and communicate over thousands of miles, and they communicate with each other. When they sit in tribal community, they don't talk and jabber and jibber jabber. They communicate directly, heart to heart. Very few words are spoken. This nonverbal communication is a way of life for them. And when an elder passes, that elder becomes an ancestor, and the ancestors actually guide the culture, guide the tribe. They do good in the tribe because the ancestors are watching, and their communication with them is direct. So how far or crazy is it to think that when someone leaves and they throw a hook in our heart and they tug on us and we feel that pain, if we were able to go to the pain and through the pain and access a deeper part of ourselves and understand ourselves better, we can then begin to have a relationship with them based on truth, based on a heart-to-heart relationship. You know, it's said that to the extent that something affects you is to the extent that it is your karma. Karma means action. So the extent that something affects you is to the extent that it's an opportunity for you to take a transformational action step. So for the person who passed away, it's a powerful transformational action step for them. They have shedded all their mental and emotional baggage, and they're sitting now in spirit. This is an Ayurvedic perspective, looking and realizing that they weren't able to love and communicate and give their full sunlight to their loved ones here still on earth. And that's what they're all about. And so they're rooting for us as the ancestors in Africa are rooting for their tribe to get to the truth, so we can experience the truth while we're here, not wait till we have to die. So they throw a hook in our heart. And the grief is that walling off. We don't want to feel the pain. But to the extent that we feel that pain is to the extent that we can go to the pain and through it and access a deeper part of ourselves. So that hook sort of is pulling on us to go to the pain. There's that old saying that says the pain and the fear are directly across from the bliss. And the reason for the pain is to get your attention so you can go to it and through it, access yourself, know who you are at a deeper level, and then communicate at that level. And of course, they're waiting with their hearts wide open to communicate with us directly, heart to heart. And that's called true love. That's an eternal experience that can never be taken away. So I encourage you to look at the possibilities. You know, we initially wall off because we just can't feel it. But as we long for the truth, we begin to want to go through the grieving process. I had a patient many years ago, and his son, 2 or 3 years prior, was the football player, and I think it was on prom night. There was a big accident in this small town, and the football player, kind of star child, died. And it was very, traumatic for the entire community. 3 years later, the father of this boy walked into my office, and I started talking to him, and he said that, ever since my son passed, he was a builder, built all the strip malls and houses and condominium complexes. He goes, I haven't built a thing. I get up every morning, my wife wants me to stay with her, I can't do that, I just go for walks. And I said to him, the pain is too difficult, but at some point we want to go through that pain. I'm sure his son is not sitting there, yeah, I want dad to be miserable as a result of that. The son wants to connect. I had one patient many years ago who had a sister when he was young, and the sister was killed in a car accident very abruptly and very quickly. Before she went out the door, she gave her brother a big hug, and fast forward now 20, 30 years, and this man still feels somehow responsible for his sister's death, and felt somehow, how can I really be happy because she's dead? I'm like, do you think that's what she really wants? She wants you to feel miserable and not have joy and love your own children for the rest of your life? She wants you to experience the joy, but you have to go through the pain first. And this is kind of culturally unacceptable now because we don't want to go through the pain anymore because we have antidepressants and painkillers and all these things in pot to numb ourselves from going through the pain. But once you go through the pain, magic happens. You get to know yourself at a deeper level. That loss bores a hole of access to a deeper part of yourself. So I encourage you to take the road less traveled and go deep and give yourself permission to grieve fully. Give yourself permission to love. The action step for the one who's lost is an action step to actually give their love and their light that they couldn't give because of their emotional baggage when we were here, went now from the outside, from there, wherever they are, from their realm to us. That's their action step. And they're giving it fully, shining light so the petals of our delicate flower feel safe to open. And we can maybe let some of our true self out, be willing to go through that pain. The action step for us is to act on the truth. Did you love your mother or father or the loved one? Did you really care about them? Well, now it's time to take action to express it. And the action can't be in your mind because the problem was maybe created in your mind, but we have to take action on a physical plane. If I want to move something from here to here, I have to move it physically. So I have to write it down. I have to send them a text to their old cell phone number. Leave them notes. Create a little special place where you can communicate and talk and communicate with this person, because it's an action step of taking action based on the truth of that relationship. It doesn't matter that they're gone. If you haven't loved them fully yet, or when they were here, then you still have opportunity to access that experience of true love now when they're gone, and have a relationship that's eternal based on true love. Your heart fully open and expressing the truth of you, which is your love for them, and them now free of their emotional baggage, shining their sunlight on you. Two hearts open, sharing the truth, which is the experience of joy and love for no reason, because that's our nature. Losing someone that we love is of course traumatic, but the opportunity for transformational growth is huge. So please take a minute and look at it from this perspective, and look at how we can gain a relationship on a different level, on an eternal level, and it doesn't have to be something that's just bad, just a loss. It could be something that delivers great opportunity and great transformational change and great and deep contentment in a relationship that you may have never had prior when they were here, but you can have now, and you can have that for the rest of your life. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.